how can I overcome my porn addiction problem? I've been struggling with it since I was 12 years old.
Amazing.
And, yeah, amazing. My addiction doesn't have anything to do with hating my mom because I don't hate her at all. I just really hate myself, man. A black man can make anything out of this life.
Yeah.
My dad was like telling me also about like the black moms, like how they don't see their sons as like they don't see them as them being successful. So,
welcome to the show.
Jesse, really nice to meet you, man. I've been watching you for a while. I love your show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I have a question. You was talking to a man earlier about porn addiction.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, how can I overcome my porn addiction problem? I've been struggling with it since I was 12 years old.
Amazing.
And, amazing.
Number one, never call it an addiction anymore. Don't put a name to it. The worst thing you can do is put a name to it. Know that it's not you, but it's coming from somewhere else, right? And it's not you. Number two, don't struggle with it. Give up the fight. Lay your weapon down and let the light of God fight the battle for you, because it's dark, it's evil, and it wants to destroy you. So it's not you. So here's what you do. When the urge comes, be aware of the urge to do it. And just don't jump up and do it. Just, try not to do it. But let's say the urge is so bad, so strong, you can't help yourself. Be aware of yourself going to the computer or turning on the TV or whatever you do. Be aware. Do not go unconscious. And be aware of yourself doing that. And I promise you, the urge will be taken away. It's spiritual, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the more you fight against it, and the more you judge it, calling it you, the more power you give it over you. It's not you at all.
You're right, Justin.
It's just lustful thoughts. And thoughts don't have power if you don't believe that they have power. They have none. Don't fight with it. Be aware of it. Have you forgiven? Have you forgiven your mother?
No.
Like
as in what do you mean, like forgive her, like in anything, or?
Have you forgiven your mother?
Some things, no, I haven't. I can't. I have to admit, no. Some things I haven't forgiven my mother in.
Have you forgiven her?
No.
And why not?
I just feel like some things, like maybe she got in the way of my life, some things like that, and I don't know. It's a long story, Jesse.
You're not going to be able to overcome porn until you forget your mother, because the only reason you're into it is you hate your mother, so you hate all women, and you're trying to get love from them, and women don't have love to give. They only have hate. And so you hate all women because you hate your mother, and that's why you're into it. You got to forgive your mother. You got to face her and forgive her, because what she did to you, she could not help herself. Her mother did it to her. And
understand that.
So that anger that you have is of evil, and it came from your mother. She caused you to become angry. And the moment you became angry, you became attracted to what you hate.
Yes, sir.
So you got to go and forgive her. And then God, the truth, the love, will destroy the darkness of your imagination. Your old nature will be taken away from you. And why haven't you forgiven her already?
I don't know. I don't know, for various reasons. Jesse, real quick, I have a quick question. Why do you say that, like, when people like are, going through stuff in life, why do you say that they hate their mothers? Like, I'm just curious about that.
Right.
Me, obviously, with my porn addiction, I don't hate my mom at all. I really hate myself, man. I don't think my addiction doesn't have anything to do with hating my mom, because I don't hate her at all. I just really hate myself, man.
But don't call it your addiction. It's not your addiction. Don't say that again, because you're owning it. And you're justified by your words. You're condemned by them. It's not your addiction.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you never get angry at your mother?
Not really, man. Not too much. I can't really say. Just on certain things, but not always.
Do you ever get angry at your mother?
Yes, I do.
Well, anger is hatred. And in the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, they used to call it hatred because that's what it is. But down through the years, they have changed the word, and it used to be called resentment. And that was too powerful, too bad of a word, so they changed it to anger. Anger is hatred. And every human being that's born through the woman, and they all are, they hate their mothers. And that's why God said, you must be born again of the Father. The anger that you feel toward her is hatred. And that's why you're addicted to this idea of women in that way.
Okay.
Anger is hatred. But like I said, they've changed the word. They softened the words to make people feel better about being wrong.
But do you think that it also comes from me hating myself also?
Which self do you hate?
I think I hate the idea of not doing enough, like not improving enough in my life. There's a lot of things I still want to accomplish in my life right now. I'm 25, about to be 26 tomorrow on my birthday, but
happy early birthday.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And so who are you?
Well, I am just a regular guy that's staying with his mom for now.
You staying with your mama?
Yeah.
See, you can't get away from mama.
Yeah.
And so who are you?
I'm just a regular guy. I'm nobody special.
And so, but you still didn't tell me who you are. You said you hate yourself. Which self do you hate?
I hate
Describe the self that you hate.
I hate my complaining self, because I'm always complaining about myself. I always blame myself. I'm not the type of person to blame the white man for my problems. I'm blaming myself for, why I'm not, improving in life and stuff like that. I'm tired of complaining about, what I didn't do and, why I didn't do this and that and that type of stuff. That's who I am. That type of who I am type of person.
My point is there is no self. There is no you.
Yes, that's true. I just feel like that,
and there is no such thing as improving yourself. You cannot improve yourself. That's an illusion. That's why you're judging yourself, because you can't improve yourself, because there is no self to improve. You've been lied to about that as well.
You're probably you're probably true. You're probably right, Jesse. Yeah, you're probably right. I have been told a lie on that. It's self-improvement.
You just want to live your life, and do not compare your life to anyone. Don't compare yourself to anyone. I don't care how rich or poor. If somebody is out there striving, trying to be important or be something, just wish them well, but don't you try to be like that. If someone you know has the biggest house on the block, just wish them well. But don't you try to be like that. You simply live your life, and life will work for you, and it will be amazing. Never, ever, ever, ever compare yourself to anyone or anything. And if you don't compare yourself, there's no self to hate.
That is so true. That's amazing.
Amazing.
You're right.
But you got to face your mother and get away from her. Because you complain, you act just like your mama. You have become just like what you hate.
That's true.
You're gonna have
Maybe that's what it is.
It's 100. I promise you, if you see that you have this anger, and don't let Satan say, well, you're not angry all the time. If you have the spirit of anger in you, you're angry all the time. Even the good feeling is anger. The bad feeling is anger. It's anger, period. And it's what's controlling you. It's not you. It's in the mind and emotion. And it comes from being angry. And you became that way when you resented your mother.
Okay. Makes sense.
And you're never going to change. God cannot and will not change that until you forgive. And when you forgive your mother, Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. You recreated me in your image. You turned me away from my father. And I don't like you for that. I'm angry about that. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. And don't ask her for forgiveness. You forgive her, and God will forgive you, and the light will come on, and your life will become amazing. But you got to face your mama.
Yeah. You're right, Jesse.
And have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother?
Yeah, I forgive my father.
You told him?
Yeah. I'm like a lot of things he told me, throughout the years, I didn't want to believe it because I was a child, didn't know anybody was telling me, my mom was trying to take me, away from my father. So, he was like, I found out that, my mom been lying on some things about, he's like, my dad was telling me that my mom didn't want me to, she didn't want, oh, God. I have over here having a Joe Biden moment. I'm sorry.
Your mother is evil. And your mother will destroy you if you stay around her. And that's why you're suffering, because she turned you away from your father, and you've been yearning for your father. And she hates that because she hates your father.
Yeah.
And she hates you for loving your father, wanting to be with him.
Yeah, that's true. I still talk to my father occasionally on a few things. It's just that, well, my father isn't perfect either, man.
That's why you have to forgive him. That's why you have to forgive him and her, because they have done the best they could. It wasn't the right thing, but that's all they had.
Yeah. Can I tell you a little bit about I feel my mom and my dad? Okay, they're not both perfect parents. I love both my parents.
You don't love them yet. You will love them when you forgive them.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
They have this victimhood mindset, where they tried to put in my head since I was a child that white people are trying to, attack you because you're black and you can't make it in this world. You can't get these big business jobs because you're black. And I used to believe that, but then when I grew up and now I'm starting to see the world a little bit more clearer on that stuff. It's like this world is not about racism. It's about what you can make out of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And and then when especially my mom, she was so hard because she's so frightened of the black male, and it's just it's such BS.
Yeah.
A black man can make anything out of this life.
Yeah.
My dad was telling me also about the black moms, how they don't see their sons as they don't see them as them being successful, so they try to be so overprotective over them and try to tell them you can't do this stuff on your own. And also, Jesse, I have autism, so also my mom's she sees me as she make excuses on why she think she can't do simple stuff me driving. She make excuses saying that I have anger problems and I can't do this and I'm saying simple little stuff.
Well, you do have anger problem, but it came from her. The anger that's in you came from your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I will encourage you to do the silent prayer, my silent prayer at rebuildingtheman.com/prayer. I want you to start doing that. I recommend you start doing that. I want you to forgive your parents because your parents were wrong for trying to blame it on the white man when it was coming from them and not the white man at all. And forgive them, and things will start to change for you.
Yes, sir.
All right?
All right.
Let me know how it goes.
Thank you, Jesse, for your time, man. I appreciate you, man.
You're welcome. Let me know how it goes, buddy.
All right, Jesse.
All right. Amazing. It's happening in the home.